What is up, guys? You got Not the Worst here, bringing another Black Desert online video. We're taking a look at the patch notes for April 15th, and we've got the koi fishing event back, which is big news for plenty of people that like making money AFK. So current events, we got on Flinto's Juice Challenge. During the event period, you can obtain some ingredients to make Finto's Healthy Juice, which will give you health XP plus 2,000. Then the koi fish was updated to Mystical Ellie's Water Festival. So it's the same page, they just added this portion to it. Basically, if you're not familiar with it, I'll explain it. And if you are familiar with it, it's a little bit different than it has been in the past. So at the Termian Beach only, not in Heidel or anywhere else, if you fish in this area here, you have the chance to catch this golden sea perch, which is worth 10 million silver on its own, or these koi fish, which are worth 500,000 silver. Now, in the past, the koi fish were considered trash items, not actual fish. So you could choose to discard, certain grade fish, and it wouldn't miss the koi. That's not the case this time around. It will actually discard the koi if you do that. So fish can be caught at any chance, only with the Termian Beach area. Fishing area for the event may include a combat zone, so make sure you're in the safe zone there. So definitely going to be AFK killers coming by. You can totally expect that. So you can sell the fish caught at NPC shops for the prices listed above. And note that the koi obtainable at this event period will be classified as a fish instead of a junk item. If you selected to discard yellow grade fish and below during auto fishing, koi will be discarded. Golden sea perches of the highest grade will not be discarded during auto fishing. So just keep that in mind while you're doing it. This is a great way to supplement your income when you're AFK from the game, or maybe you want to take a break for the next couple weeks while this is running and still make some silver. It's a really nice event that comes around every so often. Ongoing events, we still have Mystical Ellie's Water Festival. The rest of it, Refer a Friend, Golden Goose, Spring Playtime Challenge, Illness Debuff Removal until further notice, and Find Your Oasis until further notice. We got rewards out for Stay Home and Be Safe, the Spring Screenshot Contest, April Fool's 2020, and Spring Playtime Challenge had some compensations handed out as well. New thing added to the game, we did see this happen on Global Labs sometime back. It's called Egress Fever. You're going to complete some adventure logs of the Book of Margan with a character of level 60 or higher, and you inherit the long sealed power Egress Fever. There's also a volume 2 that can be completed, and once you get up to chapter 5, on that point, it will expand your Egress Fever. What this item does is you'll log in and you'll receive at the first chapter 3,000 Egress Fever points recharged each day, and they can reach a maximum of 10,000 points. When you defeat a certain monster, Egress Fever points that correspond to that specific monster will be automatically consumed, and the junk item drop amount will increase by up to 100%. When you complete that volume 2, it's going to be 4,000 Egress Fever points recharged each day with a maximum of 20,000 points, and when defeating certain monsters, the item drop amount increase will be up to 150%. They do have a developer's note on it that this wasn't meant to completely overshadow just grinding in general without it, but they wanted to offer something to people that maybe come in and only grind at short intervals each day, and it'll stack up whether you log in or not. So let's say you log in today on Wednesday, complete your journals, you get your points at reset when those hit, and then you don't even log in for the next 2 days. When you log back in, you'll actually still get the fever points that you would have up to those points, up to either 10,000 or 20,000, whatever your total amount is. Apart from the Egress Fever effect, the maximum item drop amount increase effect applied when using stackable items that give item drop amount increase effect was increased from 100% to 200%. And they've added an Egress Fever wiki page if you want to check that out as well. We have new guild missions that were added for both gathering, life skilling and general gathering, and then also bartering were added. Added some line breaks and color to the guild missions. Byproducts you can obtain through cooking or alchemy have been updated. We saw this happen again on the Global Lab previously. You can now randomly obtain Witch's Delicacy through cooking or Mysterious Catalyst through alchemy. The delicacy can be turned into Nadia, which is in Olvia, as you can see in the chart here, and then the catalyst to Boffin of Olvia. Added some rewards that can be obtained when defeating the boss that appears in the Savage Rift. I had to look up what Savage Rift was because it's so never done that I forgot it exists. You can now use the call ship button on the top left side of the screen in the following way. Press L and B on the button, then choose among the 3 menus that appear, was the way to do it before. And after, depending on the distance from the ship, L and B move to ship's wheel and grab the wheel, or R and B call ship and then find ship location. Staying on an elephant and leaving guild lines will require you to log back into the game. And now, into the class changes, buckle up because they are still working on things. Berserker will now look stronger in his beast form. The main skill, Raging Thunder, will get super armor and when in beast form. Also, the hotkeys for Prime Raging Thunder, Beastly Wind, Slash, and Frenzy Destroyer were adjusted since they had overlapped. Extra hit for Prime Frenzy Destroyer will now be triggered as the character turns toward the direction of the camera. Super Armor effect will now be applied when using Prime Raging Thunder while in Beast form. Added a critical hit 30% to Prime Beast form. You can no longer activate Prime Raging Thunder while using another succession skill when you've already pressed S. You can no longer activate Prime Beastly Wind Slash while using another succession skill when you've already pressed L and B. And you can now connect Prime Beastly Wind Slash with Prime Frenzy Destroyer more smoothly. You can no longer activate Fierce Strike, which is normally activated after using Prime Frenzy Destroyer when you already pressed S, L, and B after learning Prime Final Strike. And you can no longer activate the last hit of Prime Fierce Strike when you've already pressed S. Remove the Disperse Damage effect, which we've seen kind of across the board, and then change the descriptions to that as well. Tamer skill add-ons will now be applied when you hit a target at a great distance by using Surging Tide 5 Absolute or Prime Surging Tide 1 to 3. The Absorb Hailing skill was changed as follows. 10 seconds of cooldown will be applied when using Absorb Hailing while you don't have a Hailing, and 5 minutes and 30 seconds of cooldown will be applied when you use it when you do have an Hailing out. Ninja, remove the dispersed damage effects on the skills that have it, just like we're seeing on all of them. You can now hold R and B when using Drastic Measure when in Asura mode to maintain the charging stance. Kuno, we had a little bit of a note on it, and we've got some PvP nerfs here too. Kuno Succession is a character who can subdue her enemies by disrupting their sight with rapid movement and swift attacks. However, some of the skills showed extremely high efficiency despite such class characteristics. Hence, we've decreased the PvP damage of certain skills, including Black Spirit Prime Flash Slash. So we've got also the removed dispersed damage effect is taken out. Stiffness effect that would be applied for every hit when using Black Spirit Flash Slash or Black Spirit Prime Flash Slash will now be applied to each attack's first and last hit. Only. PvP damage of Black Spirit Prime Flash Slash was decreased by 21%. Shadow Clones decreased by 22%. Super Armor effect of Prime Dance Macabre will now only be applied during attacks. The forward moving distance of Ghost Step, which is increased when using Prime Ninjutsu Mastery, was decreased by 30%. DK also had the dispersed damage effect removed. Mystic, we've got a developer note on this one too. For Mystic after Succession, we focus on expanding the use of certain skills on decreasing the burden that the Martial Spirit Shard creates on your play. Based on our Mystic players' opinions, that skills such as Prime Hidden Claw, Prime Fist Fury, etc. are underused, and we've adjusted the skills so that they could be more useful when advancing or retreating. Also, we've decided to decrease the number of Martial Spirit Shards spent for Crouching Wolf to allow stronger combos, since the skill required too many shards when the process through which the character builds up and uses the Martial Spirit Shards by connecting the skills quickly is important for Mystic. Crouching Wolf will be enhanced after Succession. You can use 10 Martial Spirit Shards to increase your attack by 20% for 10 seconds when using Succession Crouching Wolf. You can now activate Flow Prey Hunt when you have 10 or more Martial Spirit Shards, and activating it will only consume 10 shards. The All DP decrease effect of Prime Hidden Claw will now be applied when moving backward or when hitting the target. Knockback effect of Prime Hidden Claw's last hit was changed to Knockdown effect. You can now use Prime Hidden Claw in combo while after using certain skills smoothly, which it lists there. Duration of the Invincible effect, which is applied during the backward movement of Prime Hidden Claw, was increased. Backward movement distance of Prime Fist Fury was increased, and there will be no collision while moving backwards. When using Prime Fist Fury, while using the following skills, will now activate the third hit in a combo while advancing forward. Flash Step, Sea Burial, Wave Orb, Roaring Tiger, Thunder Pound after the backward movement of Hidden Claw. Knockdown effect that used to be applied on the last hit of Prime Fist Fury was removed. You can now press LMB after Prime Sea Burial to flow Landslide in a combo. You can now use Prime Roaring Tiger in combo smoothly while using the following succession skills, all Prime: Hidden Claw, Fist Fury, Thunder Pound, Tornado Kick, Soul Basher, and Somersault. You can now use other skills in combo smoothly after using Prime Tornado Kick. You can now use Prime Wave Orb or Roaring Tiger in combo after using Binding. And you can now use Roaring Tiger in combo smoothly while using Flash Step. Now on to another developer's note we've got here for Lawn. Based on the various opinions of our players, we have upgraded the Awakening of Lawn. Especially there were many requests on improving her attack speed or attack range. So we revised the left and right attack ranges of Bridal Despair and enhanced the connection to other skills after using Tailspin and Flow Vice. In the case of Lawn after Succession, we've decreased the PvP damage and the block effect of her main skills. For now, Lawn after Succession has the upper hand in various PvP situations thanks to her mobility and stability, so we've made adjustments to allow the other characters to cope with her. However, some of the content that was released through the Global Lab 2 weeks ago was changed, so here we go. You can now use Deadly Dance in combo faster after the second hit of Tailspin. You can now use Deadly Dance, Ultimate Primrose Sprint, Bloody Stride, Soul Raid, or Eradication in combo faster after using Flow Vice. The attack speed of Eradication was increased. Attack range of Bridal Despair was expanded laterally, and its skill description was changed as follows. Damage increased while channeling skill 973 times 2 hits and then max 5 hits. And it's now damage increase while channeling 973 times 1 and then max 10 hits. Hitting motion of Bleeding Hearts pulling will now be connected more smoothly. Activation of Blood Moon Twist by R&B during the second hit of Tailspin was removed, and now you can press F in the same situation instead of R&B to activate Blood Moon Twist. Super Armor effect of Prime Pendulum Cleaver was removed. PvP damage of Prime Blade Dance was decreased by 28%. PvP damage of Prime Crescent Barrage 1, 2, and 3 decreased by 25%. PvP damage of Prime Blooming Nether Flower 1, 2, 3, and 4 decreased by 23%. The amount of stamina spent for Prime Phantom Dance was changed from 150 to 250. Stiffness effect that's applied when hitting a target with Kick, Striding Slash, or Standing Slash used in combo after Prime Spring Breeze will now be applied in PvE only. Movement of the mouse will now be limited when using the following skills: All Prime, Blooming Nether Flower, Spring Breeze, Furious Chase, and Salpuri Purge. Fix the issue where you couldn't use a skill in combo when using Moon Dance after learning Prime Pendulum Cleaver. No stamina will be consumed when using the following skills while Prime Crescent Charm's buff lasts: Nimbus Stride, Primrose Sprint, and then Prime Primrose Sprint and Prime Phantom Dance as well. Over to Guardian, we've got some improved skill combos for Succession in Guardian. Adventurers have especially pointed out that there was not much utility for Prime Axe Throw skill. After that first attack, there will now be a forward guard effect to provide stability to use the skill. Also, we focused on making combos feel more natural and smooth as you mix between after Succession skills and weapon skills as well. Added a forward guard effect during the first hit of Prime Axe Throw skill. Increased the range for the left and right attacks for Prime Beast Demolisher. Increased the attack speed for Black Blood's Descent and Rock Slide skill. Increased the speed of combos to the following skills after using the Prime Beast Demolisher skill: Black Blood Circle, Absolute one, and the Prime one as well. Boulder Crush, Absolute and Prime, and Black Blood's Descent, and also the Absolute version as well. Prime Axe Throw will now combo with other skills more smoothly. Fix an issue where you're unable to combo into the skills below after using Axe Throw all the way through Absolute and Prime. Oumua's Objurgation, also the Absolute version, Mutilation, and Absolute Torso Ripper and Absolute as well. Combo to Prime Infernal Nemesis skill will now be more smooth after using the following skills: Prime Axe Throw, Prime Black Blood Circle, and then of course the Absolutes for that, and Black Blood's Descent and Absolute as well. Following skills were improved to combo more smoothly after using the Fierce Disdain skill, Prime Infernal Nemesis, and Prime Black Blood Circles, and all of its versions of course. You can now synthesize high-quality herb or special herb normally when crafting Tenacious Origin of Life with alchemy tools and item changes. We'll take a look at Pearl Update in just a little bit. Monster changes: change the death action that's played when a Calpheon Shrine monster that appears during a main quest is killed. Quest, a couple of tweaks here. Interface changes: there was again some UI updates as well. Guild skills issue fixes across the board as usual, and we've got the Resolved doing a backflip while holding a sword and wearing a pink dress. No longer has a graphical anomaly. Moving over to Pearl Shop updates here, we've got this package for Premium Artisan's Blessing at 3250 pearls. This is going to get you a premium value pack, which is the one where you'll get 52 pearls per day that you have that value pack offered, as well as an Artisan's Blessing, which I don't think I've seen before. This might be a new item, but maybe I just don't recall. It's lasts for 30 days, and you'll get 1 Artisan Memory for each of those 30 days, as well as this comes with 10 Artisan Memories on top of it. So if you're interested in that, I guess it's not bad. 2,800 pearls for the 2020 Premium New Start Pack. We'll get you a 30-day value pack, 15-day Blessing at Kama Sylva, and a 15-day Old Moon book. And then as bonus items, you'll get 10 Blessed Message Scrolls, 10 Combat XP Scrolls, 10 Item Drop Scrolls, and 10 Elion's Blessing as well. For 945 pearls, you can get yourself the Booster Care Pack, which will get you a 7-day value pack along with 7-day Old Moon, 10 Elion's Tears, and then 5 Blessed Message Scrolls along with 5 Combat XP Scrolls. We've got Balanoy Ship's Parts Set on sale for 3920 pearls. We've got the Western Frontiers Premium Set for Musa, 2720 pearls. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, the horn thing's kind of neat for that setup. The Ethereum Marine Classic set is at 2880 pearls, which we've seen this plenty of times. It's back around. We've got the Gloomy Fox Outfit set for 1760 pearls, so if you're trying to get your Foxy Weeb on, now's the time, but only if you're Ranger, Sork, Valk, Maywalk, Kuno, or Mystic. It's not available for Tamer, Witch, Dark Knight, Lawn, Shy, and Guardian. So that is it for Pearl Shop. Not a ton of stuff there. We did have a few new cool things brought in. That fishing event's definitely going to be nice for AFK. So let me know what you guys think about what's going on in the comments below. A lot more class tweaks and changes. I'm also glad to see that they are making these changes on Global Lab and then looking at player opinions before implementing on live servers, because that's not always the case, because I know the lawn changes were actually a bit different on Global Lab initially, but I'd like to hear what you guys think about that as well. Let me know down in the comments. That's going to be it for this one. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you get notifications when new videos do go live. And And if you want to catch me playing live, I'm now also full-time streaming, so you can head on over to the Twitch page. There's a link in the description for that as well. Drop a follow over there, or just check out the schedule for the week so you know when that one is going to be up. This coming out right on Wednesday. I will be streaming later on today as well if you want to check that out. With that said, that's going to be it for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.